So today I'll be teaching you guys how to rank up in arenas, as well as how the AP system works, because a lot of people in my last video did not know how it worked, and how to maximize to the amount of AP you earn, because I've seen people earn 100, 60, and even 30. So first, for the placement matches, you get 10 placements and then you get your rank. For my placements, I won 7 out of 10. I probably averaged like I'll say like a 1.80 KD, 2.0 KD around there, and then I ended up placing silver 1. This is actually the rank I expected to get, because since I didn't win all 10 placement games, I was expecting like silver 2 or silver 1. But because if you didn't know, the matchmaking is based on your MMR. If you don't know what MMR is, it's basically a hidden skill-based matchmaking thing. I've been asking a lot of people like what rank they were like last season, last split, and I've noticed like a trend with ranked arenas where like you will place as if your rank got reset from like regular battle royale. Like, let's say if I was like a master or predator player last season, it'll get reset to like around platinum or like high gold, depending on how many wins and kills you got in each game. Because the very last split, I didn't play that much, so I got plat 4, plat 3 around there. That's why I expected to get like silver around there, because that's how I thought it was gonna work, and I was pretty much right about that. And that's why people are like a little angry, because like they place like bronze, but they did extremely well under placement matches. And all I gotta say to that, MMR system is not always perfect, and it's extremely similar in games like Overwatch, where you like place your placement matches and you place like bronze and you're like, what, I did really well, but then it's like your MMR was already low, so the game was like, oh, you're bronze last season, okay, then you should be around a bronze again. And remember, this is the first season for arena ranked, so it's not going to be accurate 100%. Which brings me to the next point, which is how to earn more RP or AP, whatever you want to call it. Now, before I get started on that, I just want to say, if the game like believes that you're not in the correct rank, like let's say like you're too low of a rank, like you like place bronze, and the game's like, nah, you're not a bronze player, it'll give you more RP per win. It'll place you in matches with higher skilled players, and then you will earn more RP from it. Same goes if the game thinks you're like a too high of a rank, and once the game believes that you're like high enough, it'll start giving you like those 30 points, 60 points. Which brings me to the next point, which is how to avoid getting those 30s. And this can change. Remember that this is like the first, 5 days of the season, so this could change. So if you're watching this like in the middle of the season, it could be a completely different system. But as of now, this is what's gotten me from silver 1 to nearly plat in like under 15 matches. This is a good news for the lonely players out there, because so far the only way I've figured out how to get 100 every single time, guaranteed, is by solo queuing. Now again, this might be different for you because your MMR might be different than mine, but from my experience so far, I've earned 100 guaranteed every single time I've solo queued, and when I play with my friends, I was averaging like 70 and 30s. And the reason might have been like because simply I was just a higher rank than them, and the game was like, oh, this is an easier lobby, so you'll get less AP. But when you solo queue, everyone's the same rank, or supposed to be the same rank. Again, I will repeat this is the first season for this, so there's obviously going to be some errors and mistakes, so just wait a couple weeks and they'll perfect the matchmaking. Now I'm actually going to show you guys how to actually win an arena match, strategies, guns to buy, etc. The first thing I want to talk about is the maps, because there's a couple maps in arena that are like extremely bad, and this is my opinion, so if you guys like these maps, then that's on y'all. But personally, I don't like these maps because it's a 50-50 map, and what that means is whatever way the zone goes is where you have to go, or else you will be at a great disadvantage. These two maps are Phase Runner and Party Crasher. Every other map has been well balanced for me. I'm pretty sure all of them are fine except those two. And again, if this is my opinion, so if you like those maps, that's up to you. But personally, I just avoid these two maps whenever they're on queue. But other than that, that's just like my opinion on the maps. Overflow is probably my favorite map out of every single one of them, but yeah. Now next are the guns you want to be using in the first round of the game. Now personally, my favorite gun to use is the Flatline, and this is the gun I use like throughout the entire game along with a P2020. But some people don't like the Flatline, and that's okay, because the best gun to use in the first round is the L-Star. This gun received a massive buff at the beginning of Season 10. You can use this gun from a range, close up, and medium range. Now the recoil can be a little hard to control, but once you get the hang of it in the firing range, it is the perfect gun to use the first round. I feel like the gun was already really strong in Season 9. I don't think it needed a buff, but it did anyway, but it is what it is, and it's the most broken gun right now in the first round of arenas, and possibly even the entire match. Now other guns that are extremely good as well on the first round are the Prowler. We all know the Prowler is extremely good from a distance and up close. You could also use the Wingman and the R99. Basically, from my top 5 guns that you should be buying the first round are the L-Star number 1, Prowler number 2, Flatline number 3, the Wingman at number 4, and the R99 at 5. Now there isn't much to winning in arena, since it's pretty much all raw gun skill and game sense. The best thing I recommend to do is to play like a couple warm-up regular arena matches and then get into actual ranked. The main thing I focus on at the beginning of rounds is getting materials and getting heals from my teammates. This is extremely useful because it puts your team in an advantage for the next round, and since you might have more heals than your opponent, you can take a lot more 1v1s from a distance, since you can just back up and heal. Now next is communication. I said it once and I'll say it every single time. Communicate with your team. If you're too afraid to talk, at least use your ping, because I see people like not talking and not using their ping at all. At least letting your teammates know that an enemy is close by is good enough. I see this a lot while solo queuing. Don't be afraid to talk in the mic, because if you're not communicating with your teammates, you're never going to know if they're going to push or they're going to back off, if you're healing, if your teammates are healing. You just have to communicate to have the best experience possible and to win a game. And with the correct amount of communication and coordination with your teammates, you could even take down a 3-stack of Apex Predators. While that might not sound easy, it is possible with the right amount of communication. Anyway, that's all the tips I have for today. If there is more and you'd like to leave them in the comments below, feel free to do that. But for now, thank you guys for watching, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.